Hi, and welcome to another video from Santa Barbara Wargaming. I'm Mark Ironmonger.
And I'm Paul Apollo, and we're going to be doing a Malifaux unboxing. I received some stuff in the mail today from Wyrd for my GenCon order, and I wanted to share with you guys the models, and we wanted to do a little review of the quality of them.
So it's kind of unboxing, review, preview?
Yeah. I didn't find any unboxing after GenCon, and I thought it would be really nice to share with people some of the releases. So some of these releases will not be out until, some of them might not be out until even March. So they offered, during GenCon, they offered this kind of special where you could get pre-releases, which is really nice of Wyrd because anything available at GenCon is available on their website to order. So.
And this is one of the things that we were discussing earlier was, as Paul said, around the internet, we haven't really seen any unboxing of any of the new stuff that came from GenCon from Wyrd Miniatures, and there's a lot of stuff came out this year.
Yeah, I mean, you could spend a lot of money. I chose not to. I chose to get a small subset as I've been getting into the game.
He got it all. That's what he means by small. He got it all.
Yeah. So we'll begin. I got the Malifaux Twisting Fates book. It's the third release of the Malifaux game. It's all full color. It was $30. It has all the new stats for all the new models that came out within the expansion, as well as some good fluff. I haven't gotten a chance to read it because I just got it today. So overall, a nice, pretty picture, the front and the back. So
I think that it looks great. I think that the production on it looks good. The artwork looks good. We looked through just a few of the sections real quick, and they all look good. I mean, it's a good book. Pretty
solid. I also got two avatars. So I got the Seamus box and the Sonya box. So they have a pretty standard little size. It's kind of strange, but they went from the standard clamshell up to an actual box.
And one of the things that we were talking about, the difference between these boxes is that when Paul first took this out of the shipping box, he thought it was almost empty because it was like, you know, it was very light.
Yes.
It might have been an ounce, maybe.
Seamus box is very light because, as you'll see when we do the close-ups, it's a plastic model, and Sonya is a mix of plastic and metal.
And by metal, he means like a chunk of pewter, like a pewter brick.
Yeah, the base that goes onto the plastic base is pretty solid chunk of metal, and then there's some resin bits as well as some smaller metal bits that go on top of it.
But the difference between same size box, this was getting on towards a pound.
Exactly.
This was like an ounce, so that was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
What are some of the other things that you picked up?
So I got the Dead Justice box. It was a Nightmare special edition for GenCon. It's only released at GenCon and it's only released once. So it's something to pick up. It's a box that has the Lady Justice box set in it, but they come with special models, and with the special models they actually come with an alternative rule set for Resurrectionist models. So you have two different
the same sculpts that you can use as either resurrectionists, as crooked men or drowned or anything like that, or as the guild,
the Lady Justice box.
Yeah.
That's
and I think that you got some color designations that tell you what the different factions are there.
Yeah. So what makes it nice is they have the Resurrectionist green stripe on this side, but if you flip it over, you get the Guild red stripe, giving you that semblance of the duality of the box.
And I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a great box, good artwork. Yeah. So that's the Nightmare edition.
Yeah. You actually ordered it came really quick, right?
Yes.
It came a few days before it actually was supposed to. You actually ordered two of these.
I did. One didn't make it. But
one didn't make it.
So we'll get a hold of
it. It must have fallen through the breach.
Yes. So I also got 3 alt sculpts. So these are just the clamshells. I got the Seamus alt sculpt, the Pandora alt sculpt, and the Sonya alt sculpt, and I felt like they were excellent sculpts. I didn't like the Pandora original sculpt in the box set, so I picked that up.
And the Seamus one looked. We've commented on a few of our podcasts before. Yeah. The Seamus one looked kind of cute.
Yeah.
I guess the word's cute. This he actually looks a little. He looks you know, a bit deranged.
Exactly. He's got his shirt hanging out with a girl on his base. So you'll see that it's actually one piece.
Okay. So why don't we go ahead and turn this over to the closed cam to actually examine some of the models and cards.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll talk about those.
So we have them all laid out, and we're going to provide kind of an overview of each model. So we'll go to the closed cam. Show off is Misdemeanor. She was the special Gen Con model that if you bought more than $100 worth of merchandise, you got her in your order. So a little special release there. Similar to Miss Pack. She's a convict gunslinger. We have the alt sculpt of Sonia Crid. So pretty good quality.
Pretty nice looking, yeah.
I like the alt sculpt better than her original one. I think her original one's a little too front facing.
I can't remember what her original sculpt looked like, but that's a nice model.
Nice and dynamic.
Yeah.
Kind of got the sword going on there.
Pandora's alt sculpt's pretty good looking. We were talking about a minute ago, her skirt is actually not a cloak, it's a skirt. And you get to see her butt impressions, I guess. Her rear end is actually impressed in the skirt itself. So good looking model. All the alt sculpts are good looking models.
Yeah, you got the skirt, you have the box on that sprue, and then you have the spirits that come out of the box on that sprue.
Got Seamus's alt sculpt.
Yep, Seamus's alt sculpt, it's pretty good. The gun was a little bent when we received it, so I bent it back. It's a little thin with the knife gun, or the gun knife is a little thin. But overall, pretty good sculpt. Kind of emphasizes his desire for dead women.
Yeah, instead of looking cute, he actually looks a little deranged.
Nice.
And then the big thing to come out of Gen Con and Wyrd Miniatures during this iteration were the avatars. Right, we've got the original sculpt of Seamus, the cute sculpt. Right next to the avatar there. We were talking earlier about how light the box was for the avatar. As you can see, it's a type of resinized plastic. It's very, very light. It's a nice sculpt.
Yeah, I really
like it.
I like it. I think they did a good job casting it.
Yeah, the casting looks good. The sculpting looks good. It's not overly large.
It was a little strange with these extra pieces of metal here. They've got the fist as well as a little pocket watch.
The fist, well, I could see like the pocket watch maybe, but the fist was odd. It was just...
I don't know. Maybe it was a little too far out there for their...
something like that. And the actual rules for the avatars, the Manifest rules, are on one of the other cards. It's a lot of rules, but a lot of those rules are how to use avatars in your game.
Exactly. It's how to manifest them to how they actually show up in the game as an avatar. And then just the rules are on the new rules are on a second card.
So that was the avatar of Seamus, the avatar of Dread. Now we got Sonia, the avatar of Conflagration. We were talking about the weight disparity before. See all that metal? That's why it was so heavy. It's as well a fantastic looking sculpt. I think it might be my favorite sculpt.
I've heard that a lot. People are really excited about the sculpt.
And it's painted up well.
Yes.
That's one of the big reasons. A little bit of a caveat, if you're going to be ordering this, or you have ordered it, you have to have ordered it already pretty much. If you're going to be working with it, you have to be an experienced modeler or know somebody who knows how to use a modeling putty such as Green Stuff or Milliput or, I don't know exactly how that goes on there.
But there's a few gaps.
There's a few gaps that need to be filled in. Have to have a little bit of experience to be able to do that. Beautiful model, but it's going to require a little bit of work. I just want to paint her up.
Sure.
You know, I think that it's a
beautiful model.
It's a great looking model, and it needs some love and attention to detail to be able to really shine, I think. Okay, and so
we'll move on to the Nightmare Edition box.
Nightmare Edition Dead Justice box. Paul?
So you have 5 models. As you can see with the cards laid out, they can be 2 different models. You can either be the Death Marshal or the Drowned for this model. And as you can see, the artwork is on both of the cards, as well as you can have they have the 2 different faction cards. And so both different, the Death Marshals can be two different things. So this Death Marshal can be the Drowned, and this Death Marshal can be the Crooked Man. I really do like the sculpts for these. I think the coffins are excellent.
I think they're great. I mean, I was looking back through the original range of the Death Marshals, and I liked them, but I kept thinking to myself, man, these would be a great addition to the core of the Dead Justice box set. Like, you have this, and then you might add an additional coffined Death Marshal here or there.
Sure,
but these are vastly superior to the old
I
ones.
do like them. I think they go more well with the fluff, where you have a Death Marshal actually brings around a coffin with him, which is kind of strange.
Which is
in its own
kind of like his mobile prison.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you've got Dead Justice. So she's a pretty tight knit sculpt. She's in one piece. You've got the Judge there. Moving on, and he's in two pieces. He has one piece as his body, and the other piece is with his chain sword.
And then you've got not a
sword,
chain sword, but a sword on a chain.
He stole it from a Marine.
And and then you've got one of the things that we were talking about, Paul and I were talking about earlier, were these kind of tags. These are not just flash. These are a
molding tag.
Yeah, it's a molding tag for the injection to pass through multiple areas of the mold. There's a lot of fiddly bits, thin bits that for Wyrd miniatures, I know from experience working with some of the constructs of Order, have a tendency to break. They're a little thin.
But overall, like looking through the whole...
overall, they're great. Just for this particular, this Death Marshal / Guild Autopsy, if you've ordered this or if you picked it up from GenCon, you ain't broke open the box yet, keep that in mind, because you're going to have to use a little bit of care when snipping those.
Yes, I did take a look at it, and it was very fiddly. For watching Santa Barbara Wargaming, our first unboxing of Malifaux GenCon special. Thanks for watching.